Okay, we'll call our regular public meeting to order. Gordon is attending via Zoom today from Great Falls, so that's where he's at. Um, we do have one addition to our agenda. We'll be in the new hire side. When we get to that, there'll be a new hire that came in just right after the agenda went out. So if you want to make that adjustment to your agenda, any public comment? Public comment? Seeing none, we'll move down to commissioner update.
Last week, after the meeting, we had a jail walkthrough. I didn't get to be here on Thursday for the findings. I was headed to Havre for a DUI task force meeting. First meeting I've been to for that's got granted our 501c3 status, so they can start requesting funding for ads and billboards for promote
Drunk driving, not non-drunk driving.
non yeah, so that's kind of getting set up, and they're looking for summer ads for 2026, something to put out, trying to get some celebrities, I guess, to get on. The next meeting for that is June 26th in Lewistown. And that was it. It was windy both days in Havre.
So who was involved in the walkthrough? Just commissioners or who?
The commissioners and what's the right here? What are the names?
Dan O'Malley.
O'Malley and Brandon Harris.
Yeah.
With Mako.
Okay.
And just getting on to your stuff.
That was about all I have.
And his last name was
Harris.
Harris.
Brandon Harris.
And
Okay, Gordon, do you have any updates for us?
Yeah, I guess that part of that Mako walkthrough, Bill, that's something by statute we're supposed to do every year. So we're getting that lined up. Mako's getting us a checklist. So we walk through the jail once a year just to check it out, make sure the facility is safe and good. And then I guess I did a fair board meeting last week. Fair is up and getting their stuff together, running good. And then I had a mental health meeting in Miles City for Eastern Montana Community Mental Health. And they're doing good too. Their information there was we're gonna, here in the next 3 months or so, we'll get a full-time clinician from Miles City Mental Health that'll be housed in our facility at Roosevelt County over at the Aging Center. So they'll have I don't know if it's gonna be mental health and drugs and alcohol. I guess I do not know what her specialty is yet, but we'll get more information out at that as that gets going. And right now I'm at the Mackers convention in Great Falls for the road guys. We have our road foreman and 2 road guys here, plus myself.
Touching on the walkthrough just a little bit, Lieutenant Baker brought over the report. The peer review, I guess is what it's called. Didn't have much of a time to read through it, but it was very eye-opening doing the walkthrough. They scored 95% per the criteria. The 5% deficiencies look to be just a few policy changes that they need, some verbiage that they need added into their policies. The two, Dan and Brandon, when they walked through, they were very, very impressed with the jail. They were impressed with the staff. I know Dan took an opportunity to sit in with dispatch. He sat in with the jailers. So very, very happy to hear that things went that well. Like I say, 95% was a great score, and they stopped in before they left and they were singing praises for the Roosevelt County Jail. So very good, and I applaud that department over there. We did get the Action for Eastern Montana book just came in the mail, the 2025 Community Needs Assessment. Pretty interesting, and I'll give you a copy of this, Bill, if there's any information you want out of here. Pretty interesting thing that you get into your breaks things down a little bit. One that jumped out at me was teen births at a rate per 1,000. Roosevelt County's at 54.4 of 1,000 compared to Montana at 16.7. The diabetes rate is almost just about double the state of Montana. Cancer's a little bit higher, coronary heart disease, obesity, birth weight. So it's a pretty interesting read on Roosevelt County. So that came from Action for Eastern Montana. With the rain that we got Sunday night, Monday morning, obviously a few road phone calls on some roads. So tough time. I know Derek's gone, but relayed some messages on. So everything's up and up. I don't know if spring's here 100% yet, but we're gearing up. I know the road guys are gearing up to get out on the road. Blades are out moving. So that's all I have for my commissioner update. Do we have any questions? Bill?
What is the, after the walkthrough over Tail, what's the capacity? What are they full or 80% or how many are we?
I 50, I think they were, was it 55 they can have, 50 or 55? Maybe Gordon, you know a little bit more. The question was, are we full? Oh, we lost you. I think you're muted there, Gordon.
Okay, now I'm back. Yeah, I think it's 55, but that's if they do that, then they're using their holding tanks and their work release areas. So it's pretty much 48 is kind of what they consider pretty much full, and it is full right now. But that, every week it changes. But they're running 42 to 48 right now.
I know Baker said he transported one to Billings yesterday. I think Pat O'Connor transferred one out yesterday as well. So I think as quick as they go out, there's an empty bed, and I think they filled the bed. But did get a chance to with that. Did see the body scan machine, if you guys remember, a couple years ago, and they said that has been a very, very big asset too to have. So we were able to see that coming through. But they're with the amount of inmates that they have in there, the cleanliness, and to score 95%, because all that stuff takes into consideration of where they score. So they were very impressed with the overall condition.
I guess one of the major things they're going to talk about is that Guardian system. They got a new system they want to put in. It's $4,000 to do it and $4,000 a year to maintain it, but it tracks when they would do the walkthroughs and tracks where all the inmates are, and what if there's issues with them, they can do it right there on their phone. So that's a system we're going to try to implement here with budget time.
Yeah, and Jason did mention that when he was over, he was going to get an estimate on that. Hopefully he can get that information before we start putting out budgets and get that added to it. So any other questions, comments? Moving on, minutes for the regular public meeting of March 24th, 2026. We have a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll
We
second.
have motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Moving down to administrative issues. Motion to reappoint Tom Nichols to the Wolf Point TV District Board. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a
I'll
motion.
second
We
that.
have a second.
I'll second the
Motion and a
motion.
second. Any discussion? Seeing none, call for the vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Need a motion on TQN Consulting LLC agreement. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll
We have a
second it.
motion.
I'll second it with the corrections on there. The additions that we make in half days, I think, is what going to be the change in the contract.
Yeah, and we're going down in here. So Tom is going from full days to half days. Contract will be paid $110 per day. up to 5 days per week. Half days are defined as 4 hours per day. Those were the corrections to the contract. Everything else has stayed the same, just $110 per day, working half days. Any other discussion? Say none, we'll call for the vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Alright,
Motion passed.
What would the TQN stand for?
I'm gonna guess it's his initials.
Like Tom Nichols or?
Yeah. Moving down, if it is all the same, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 summertime help for our fair board. I would entertain a motion on approving all 5 of those for fair summertime help.
I'll make
we
a
already
motion.
did, hey, we already did that last week. There's this weed board.
No, it's on this week, Gordon. We got it in late last week.
Oh, we didn't do it last week? Okay,
No, the fair
Right.
board give their recommendation.
alright, sorry. So I'll second the motion. Doug made
Motion and
it.
second. Any discussion? We have a couple of employees that worked last year. I believe there's 3 first-time employees on there. They're still looking for a supervisor for the employees, but good to have 5 young people willing to put some time in, make those fairgrounds look good. Any other discussion? The hires are CJ Flynn, Kendall Poland, Rylan Young, Flint Solom, and Tyler Schmidt. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Alright,
Motion passed. New hire to the detention center, Dominique and Oneman Wolf. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Motion and second, starting out, grade 1, range 7. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Alright,
Motion passed. Down to new business. We need a motion on, maybe I'll explain this a little bit before we go to the motion. When the new lagoon got brought online, MDU had a bill of $13,000 to hook up power. Our funds in the Brockton sewer were a little short, so this resolution would be a request to transfer $10,000 from the water fund to the sewer fund. I would entertain a motion on 2026-14 for the Brockton funds transfer.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. As I said again, this is transferring $10,000 from the water to the sewer fund to offset the expenses for the MDU hookup for the pumps on the lagoon. Any other discussion?
These are enterprise funds, so when the $53 comes in, it kind of, a bigger percent goes to the water fund. That's just the way it's designed. But the money is for the enterprise funds, so it's just a transfer within the funds.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Alright,
Motion passed. DES request to update the O'Brien and Scout Hill radio towers. Do you have a motion? This is for $14,635. This is for the new radio updates so they can go on the, what's the word I'm looking for?
Brian's.
For the new trunk radios.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Doug makes a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
And this is, once again, $14,635 on the O'Brien Tower, which we do, utilize BIA tower on that. This is to get them updated for the new trunk radios. Any other discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for the vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Alright,
Motion passed. No unfinished business. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
I'll second it.
Motion in a second. We are adjourned. Thank you, Gordon. Enjoy Mackers.
Thanks.
Pretty good